Today we're going to transform this Gecko Gladiator. Now today I am in our service center at Susquehanna Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and what we're doing is we're completely upfitting a 2021 Gladiator Overland. Now this one we just got in, it's rolled right off the truck, and we decided this Gecko Gladiator is cool, but it's a lot of green, and we wanted to upfit it a little bit and really show you what you can do with a factory vehicle. Now here in our service center, we're fully equipped to lift, customize, and really modify your vehicle to make it your own. In this build, we're gonna call this a budget-friendly build. It's not a completely crazy build, it's budget-friendly, meaning that you'll be able to get a good look out of it at a reasonable price and still have it ride and perform like it did on the factory. But make sure you stay tuned to the end where we give you a full reveal of what it looked like before and after, because I think the changes are going to be dramatic. I haven't seen it. It's back on the rack now, just getting torn apart by my friend Butch. This is going to be a fun one, guys. Let's get started. So Butch is just popping open our TerraFlex leveling kit. Now this is going to be the first part we install on this. He's already been working on this. Butch and I work great together. He does a good job on these builds with me, and he's a Jeep enthusiast himself. So he just said this can't be it, and that's because it's such a small box, but TerraFlex includes everything here to give us a nice 1.5 inch lift on the front end of this Gladiator. And what that'll do is fully level it out and allow us to fit a nice set of 33-inch tires, which is coming up here pretty soon. But not too many components in this box, very budget friendly at just over $100, and not too much involved. So you're not really gonna modify a ton on your Jeep. We're gonna be able to pick it up a little bit in the front end and clear some bigger tires. With a kit like this, you don't really have to remove a whole heck of a lot. The only thing you do have to remove is a couple of the components that'll limit the axle from actually drooping, including your sway bar links, your lower shock. The other side, we might need to remove the lower track bar bolt, but normally just a little bit to give you some droopage out of that front axle, just to get the spring out, get the upper spacers in. And then the only other thing we have to install are gonna be the bump stop extensions down below here. That way, if you do decide to articulate this, you're not gonna overextend or over-collapse that shock and really start jamming that tire up into the inner fender. A little fun fact, I had a Gladiator for a little bit, fully loaded. I had it stock. I loved the way it drove, and then I said to myself a couple weeks, I'll never lift it, I'll never modify it. After a 3.5 inch Clayton, full suspension lift, 37s, ARB bumper, worn winch, lockers, I mean, the whole works on this thing. Then I actually traded it in here, and I get to see it rolling around. Actually around here, I see it at the gas stations, and a local customer actually bought it. They drive it around all the time. It still looks the same. It's kind of neat to see that. Traded in on a 21 Eco Diesel though, and had that for a little bit. Now I'm in a truck, and I don't know what's gonna be next. Maybe it'll be this Gladiator. Probably not, but you never know. So, fun fact for you. Good looking set of wheels. We got a set from Rock Tricks Racing Wheels. Now these actually do have a stock style back spacing, and then they almost give it sort of a more modern look with the smaller holes here, as well as the 5 slot around the mill matching each lug nut, and then a mock beadlock ring with the bolt head. So now to wrap around those nice Rock Tricks wheels, we do have a set of Nitto Ridge Grappler in a 33 by 12.5. And we're going with a 17-inch wheel for this, as well as this all-terrain tire. And I've run these in the past, and I gotta tell you guys, the Nitto Ridge Grappler is one of the best for all-around driving, as well as getting the maximum traction when off-road. These are extremely quiet, they wear very well, and if you guys follow along with this channel, in October and November normally of every year, as well as sometimes in the spring, we actually do a buy 3, get 1 for $1 sale. And that was inclusive of these. So if you had a Jeep, you had a bigger vehicle that you're looking to upgrade some tires, definitely stay tuned on our Facebook, on our Instagram. We're posting those up all the time. And it's a good way to get some big tires and some name brand ones at a good price. So super excited to see these on with those wheels. It's gonna completely transform this Jeep. So we're gonna go ahead, get them thrown on there, and then get them put onto the Jeep. Beautiful, beautiful work, Butch. Really excellent. All right guys, well it is the next day. Butch is behind me, and we're gonna throw the set of wheels and tires on that we just mounted. The reason it's the next day is because we actually got swamped. We have that tire sale going on, and today is actually the last day for it. So we had a ton of tires coming in, a ton of Jeeps in here, and Butch got caught up doing a bunch of those and getting them all freshly aligned. But these wheels and tires, I will say, completely changed the look of this Jeep. I was nervous that we were gonna have to use some thin spline lug nuts just to fit, but the factory ones actually fit perfectly fine. And I think it actually ties in a little bit to that beadlock ring around the edge. Super clean wheel here, not barely any poke on there, so very flush with the fender flare. And overall, just a very, very clean appearance. So I can't wait to get this thing off the rack, get it on the ground, and check it out when it's done. Stay tuned for that. Hey guys, one of the last things we actually did to the back of this Gladiator here is We dropped it off and had the bed Rhino line. Now we did this here locally, and we can do this for your vehicle if you do have a truck and you're looking to make this a lot more resistant to anything loading it in and out. As you can see, this gives it a nice black coating that gives it almost a couple millimeters thick of protection. Definitely something you want to think about. This isn't too expensive to do. A thing that is almost a must-have in all trucks. You got to get this done. If you're planning on using it, definitely want to check this out because it is a great option for you. All right, guys, we just finished up our 2021 Jeep Gladiator Gecko build, and I got to tell you, I am absolutely thrilled with the results. When this thing first pulled in as a stock Overland with that color-matched roof and color-matched fenders, it was a little bit too much Gecko for me. I'm a wild color fan, but even for me, it was a lot of color. So to get that kind of knocked down, the first thing we did, as most truck owners already do, is we did a nice gloss black spray-in bed liner in the back, and that really is going to protect that bed, plus alleviate some of that Gecko that you see when you open that tailgate. The next thing we decided to do was add on a TerraFlex 1.5-inch leveling kit on the front end. Now, the nice thing about TerraFlex is that all of their parts are extremely high quality and they're very simple to do. This one probably took us about an hour or two just to install it, and it gave us a nice leveled out look, and I gotta say it does a really good job of helping us fit those 33 by 12.5-inch Nitto Ridge grapplers wrapped around a set of our Rocktrix 17-inch wheels. Now, this is one of the first times we've run a set of the Rocktrix wheels, and I will tell you, I am very impressed by those as well. They have a great price point. They didn't take much weight at all to balance, and they ride great on the road. We just drove it back from our store all the way down here to the river, and they ride almost exactly like factory. That has something to do with the tires too. A Nitto Ridge grappler is great for on and off road. Now, the cool thing about all of this build is that if you call our service department, you can go ahead and get all this done to your truck, to your Jeep, to your car. You can get it completely customized and outfitted. We also have all of our factory trained technicians to get you hooked up with oil changes, tune-ups, anything else that's going on with your vehicle. If this vehicle is not still for sale by the time the video is released, you can definitely check out our website or give us a call where we can easily factory order you one and then outfit it just like this before it ever gets to your driveway. Build it right into your payment and you'll be good to go and ready to roll. Now, until next time, I'm Matt from Susquehanna Automotive, and I'll catch you on the next one.